Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. It's Nanette Sailor again with your creativity moment, minute, maybe might even be 5, 7, 9, who knows. I kind of start with an idea here and then and follow the lead. Let it take me where it wants to go. So I've mentioned to you a couple of times, I think, the possibility of this idea that when you're a creative thinker, right brainer, some of you may have heard yourself called, that I don't know, you've probably seen that meme on Facebook about the spaghetti brain of the creative thinkers and then the ones for the logical minds where everything goes exactly in the right order. Well, some of you, I'm sure, often feel like you're spinning around in circles and there is no straight way on the highway, right? Everything goes around and around. So the practice, the morning ritual practice that I talked about, it might seem to some of you, we've been a couple days into this, and it might seem to some of you that, when's she going to start drawing or painting or talking about singing and dancing, things like that. And it might seem to some of you that this isn't even relative to the conversation of creativity. And I wanted to circle back to that idea and just help frame it for you that one of the things that is really important when you are nurturing your creative self, allowing that part of yourself to come forward, is that part of why we don't allow it so frequently is that we're afraid of the spaghetti brain, right? We've been trained that that's not okay. And it's not that the spaghetti brain's not okay, it's just that we've not learned to harness that energy effectively. And we don't have practices and rituals, as I call them, or routines that help us. So one of the things that I talked about the other day is this idea that when I sit down to write in the morning, that's really just a brain dump. It's a free thought process of unloading the noise in my head. And when that's all said and done, I then move on to asking myself a couple of really important questions. And I wanted to share those with you. And you will have a chance to see those actually written out. I've got a nice PDF to post in the blocks in the comments here below the video. So you'll see that too. I want to share those questions with you pretty quickly so that you can see, hopefully, how this all begins to contain and to come into to bring into focus, to bring attention to that which is most important to you today. So one of the first questions that I ask is literally, what is the most important thing I can do today that's going to drive my dream life forward? It's going to move my dream life forward. And this is big picture, right? And it is, for today, the most important thing. And I always like to remind everyone, there aren't 20 most important things. There aren't even 10 most important things. There can be only one, for today, most important thing. So I want to encourage you to think about that. What's the most important thing you can do today to move your dream life forward? Then I move on. What's the most important thing I can do to move my business forward today? Again, one most important thing, not 20, not 10. This is not a to-do list. This practice is intended to gel that down, make it simple, make it doable, make it focused, make it laser guided. That's really what we're after here. Channeling the creative energy into something very specific. So what's the most important thing you could do for your business today? And then I ask the question, who do I need to contact? How can I, is the broad question. How can I make those things happen? And almost always those things happen as the result of connection. So I have 3 spaces. Who do I need to contact? Then I ask the next question, which is, what will make me feel accomplished at the end of the week? And then lastly, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for today? that helps frame my state of being, helps me stay in this place of being really, really thankful for all that I have, all that I am, all that I offer to my clients, all that I bring to the world, all that I share, and just simply being, as Mandy said in her video today, just simply being who it is that I am intended to be. So I thought before I close, I want to show you, if I can do this in the video, I want to show you a poster that I created for myself, and you'll have this outline in a download too. And I do literally use I designed it for regular little Post-it notes so that I can add them, and I have this visual reminder of what it is that I'm intended to do today, what my clear focus is. So let me see if I can show that to you. Let's see. So it begins at the top with my word of the year, and I'll come back and talk about that later too. But here you can see the questions. What's the most important thing I can do in my life? What's the most important thing I can do in my business? Then how can I? Who am I going to contact? And in this case, I have 3 groups of people I'm working with right now that I'm contacting, going through those methodically. Sometimes I put a particular person's information there if I have that to be focused on. And then lastly, down at the bottom, what will make me feel accomplished? And this is where I can get a little broader. So today I said what would make me feel accomplished at the end of the week is I want to have my visioning done through the end of the year. I have a vision statement, but I really want to get specific about that. And I want to do that by the end of this week because we're halfway through the year, so it's a good